Welcome to another episode of Revolution Coach's Corner. Joining me today is Coach Jon Rogger of the EHL Premier Team. John, let's go a little bit into your background, coaching and playing.
Yeah, absolutely. I grew up in St. Louis playing youth hockey there. When I was 18, I decided to leave home like our players are here and play with in Danville in the North American Hockey League. From there, I went on to play college hockey at Ferris State for 4 years and had the time of my life and great learning experience. And when I got done with school, the year I got done, I got into coaching right away, doing my internship with the Western Michigan Warriors. And but you know what? It's one of those things where I had a chance to play some lower end pro hockey, but decided, you know what, coaching was probably the best fit for me.
So I know you coached a little bit in the NA and the USHL. How do you feel your coaching there can affect here in the EHL?
In all sorts of different ways. Obviously, I learned a lot from a lot of good coaches, one including John Cooper, who's now currently the head coach of the Tampa Bay Lightning. And, it's from everything from, how to prepare the guys to move on to the next level, as well as working out in the gym, practices, allowing them a certain amount of time off. It's all about rest as well as, practice and playing. You got to get the same amount of rest as well. So, my experiences in both the USHL and the NA, it's not much different than here. Obviously, the quality of play is a little different, but preparing 17 to 20-year-olds for the USHL or the EHL, it's basically the same thing.
Now, do you have a certain coaching philosophy?
You know what? I think I do. I think, a few different things. One is always play hard. No matter what happens, good or bad, play hard and good things will happen. Two is obviously be a good teammate. Whether you're in the lineup, out of the lineup, we want guys that are good teammates both on and off the ice because it goes a long way. And then obviously, paying attention to details. I want guys that do the little things right, whether it's in the locker room picking up their stalls, picking up after themselves, or on the ice making sure they're going hard with every back check, going hard to the net, on the forecheck, whatever that case may be. But I think my biggest philosophy is, again, just playing hard, doing the right thing, and being a good teammate.
Now, what is the biggest thing you feel like you can bring to this organization?
You know what? I think at the end of the day, just with my 9+ years of junior experience, this being my 10th, with the coaches that I've came up with John Cooper and Eric Rude and Derek Lalonde, who's now at the Iowa Wild in the American Hockey League. I've got to learn a lot from those guys, and I think my experience both on and off the ice of how to treat players, knowing that every guy's different, knowing what it takes to get to the next level. That's my job to prepare them, whether it be the USHL or college. I now know how to do that over the last 9 years. And then obviously just preparing for games and practices. I know when to cut a practice short. I know when guys aren't feeling it. I know when you got to treat every player differently. Some guys you need to give that smack in the pants. Others you got to be more of a friend than a coach. So I think that's the biggest thing is my 9+ years of knowledge in junior hockey is what I bring to the table.
Now, when it goes into scouting the players, what do you look for?
Great question. It's a few different things. One, as we talked about before, one is obviously hard work. Kids that work hard at both ends of the ice, not just with the puck, but also away from the puck. That's huge. Again, two, being, one is having hockey sense, knowing that some guys have it, some guys don't. It's something as a coach you can't teach. You either have the hockey sense or not. And when we talk about hockey sense, it's finding ways to get open. There's no surprise that guys like Steven Stamkos finds the net all the time. It's not just because he's a good player. He's got the hockey awareness of where to be on the ice. And then lastly but not least, obviously, is character. We look for kids who not only are good players and good kids on the ice, but off the ice. We look at kids with good grades. We look at kids that finish every drill. We look at kids that are good teammates. We go to their coaches and ask them, hey, is the kid a good kid? Because is he somebody that we're going to want in our locker room, or is he a cancer that we don't want in our locker room, no matter how good or bad?
Yeah, and I feel like we have a good group of guys this year for that.
Yeah, we really do, and that's something that I think our staff has really done a good job this year. We've got really nobody that guys want out of the locker room, because as a coach, you find that out pretty quick. But right now, I think our guys are all supporting each other, and that's why we're doing as well as we have to this point. But again, it only takes one or two bad apples to ruin the bunch, and right now, again, I can't credit our staff enough with finding the right guys. Obviously, skill's a big thing, but you want character kids in that locker room that are going to go to war with you.
A little on the lighter side, I got to ask you got anything going on for Halloween? Any costumes?
It's a great question. Maybe I'll dress up as a hockey coach. But right now, no, I don't. There's really nothing. I'm going to go home, see my kids, and looking forward to that. And I still don't know what they're going to be, so we'll see how that is.
Sounds like a good time seeing family.
Yeah.
So, do you know who you're going to vote for in this upcoming election?
I do. I know. Let me put it this way. Unfortunately, I think Clinton's going to win.
You think Clinton's going to win?
I think she's going to win. But like I said, unfortunately, I think she's going to win.
All right,
I'll leave that at that.
You heard it here first from Coach Rogger. It's a pleasure.
Thank you, sir.
I appreciate you coming. And that's going to wrap up another episode of Revolution Coach's Corner. Stay tuned.